Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable of Judges. Before I start my speech, I would like to ask a question to you. Do you think a safe society just means no bullying, physical violence, or sexual harassment? Or is it more than that, like a society where everyone feels respected, heard, and protected? So, ladies and gentlemen, in this golden occasion, I am Royyif Ahmad from Excellent Senior High School Hafsa, Zainul Hasan, BPT GENGGONG. I have opportunity to deliver my speech to all of you with the theme, the role of society in addressing bullying, violence, and sexual harassment. Concerning this theme, let us focus on one important thing. That is, empowering country with bravery and kindness to create a safe and humane society. Now, we live in a reality that is always friendly to the younger generations. Bullying, violence, and sexual harassment are not just problems removed from our lives. Many young people face them at school, in the social environment, and even on digital platforms. What is even more sadly, many of you just remain silent about these problems. So what can society do anymore? A human society is not just free from physical limits. It is society built on respect, empathy, and appreciation for every human person. It is society where every people are not afraid to be themselves, and no one feels alone when facing injustice. Ladies and gentlemen, we know that in Indonesia, violence and bullying in educational environment are still very serious problems. The Indonesian Education Monitoring Network recorded 573 cases of violence and bullying in schools and Islamic boarding schools throughout 2024. This figure is more than 100% higher than the previous year, where only 285 cases were reported. This means that places that should be safe for learning are still dangerous for a lot of students. Ladies and gentlemen, but the question is, why the bullies and violence is continue to exist? It is not only because of the verbs, but because too many people choose to remain silent out of fear, not want to get involved, and remain silent because they feel it is none of their business. Care is not a weakness. It is amazing moral strength that can build empathy and make human connection stronger. With care, we learn to see other people's problem as our problem too. And that's how humanity is born. Ladies and gentlemen, violence doesn't always arise because there are no rules, but because there is no bravery to break the chains. In the context of education, especially in Islamic boarding schools, the culture of charity is often carried on without awareness. Such one, Kumairo, principal of Ma'arif Al-Munawir Vocational School in Yogyakarta, said, if we don't break the chain of seniority in Islamic boarding school, then violence will continue to rise. This means that violence is not tradition that must be carried on, but one of them must be stopped. Ladies and gentlemen, thus there is bravery becomes more responsibility. True bravery doesn't mean fighting back with violence, but having the bravery to say, this is wrong, when many people choose to turn a blind eye to injustice. Having the bravery to defend the weak, having the bravery to speak up when you see something wrong, even it means fighting against all habits. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why the role of youth and santri is so important. The youth and santri are not just students working hard to achieve a good grades. We are agents of change. We bring values, morals, and faith. Youth are equipped with spirit of change, and the santri are equipped with moral values. If the two combine, a great power will be born to create a safe society. Ladies and gentlemen, but we also have to sorry. So what can we do as santri, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, the answer is we can start with simple actions such as listening to fiction without judgment, stopping harmful jokes, and having the bravery to report violence when we see it. These are the real manifestation of the values we believe in, and these are the real action with big changes. Ladies and gentlemen, But we also have to realize that the biggest challenges often come from fear. But my friends, history proves that good change always comes the bravery to step out of our safe zone. When we continue to practice and develop our bravery and awareness, the impact will not only be felt today, but in the future. In the future, we will be a culture where bullying is not just a joke, a culture where violence is not tolerated, a culture where every human being feels safe. My beloved friends, empowering the youth instantly with bravery and caring is not an option, but a must, because it is in our hands that the future of this society is determined. If today we choose to care and be brave, then tomorrow we will create a safer and more human world. Ladies and gentlemen, let us break the chain of violence today, so that tomorrow there will be no more heart to pass on. Let us make bravery a way of life, because only then can we create society that is not only strong but also human. That's all from me. Thank you very much for your nice attention. And the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.